on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set. 57 to Mike. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. Hey, lock it. It's just me and you. Hard. Rocky.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We got 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check it out, Reed. Switch.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same.
And he's going to go down again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Jim. Move.
throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10, Goff again. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Like 20. Hey, kill. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Tight dog. Bravo. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
From the 50, it's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 65 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They come out here in the I. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 75 yards. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
On the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Rock it. Check. Look at me, zipper. Fight.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
On the ready. Check four.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Squeeze.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. 2nd and 1. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Ready. 91. 50's a mark. Ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Look at me. Go. Kill.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Man, I got you. Watch out, watch out.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
You got tight right there. Out.
Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Hey, team 6. Leo.
On third down, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Check motion, 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 motion.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. White 20. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's partner.
From the 35 on second down, Goff. That is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Tonight, 180. They're not ready for this, man. They're not. Value three. Y'all playing the wrong.
Out of the gun. Gone. That'll be caught by Kupp. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
What? 20. Hold on. Check. Yo.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Hey, foxtrot.
On second and 12, Goff going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Ready? 18 Gator. 59. Hey, Zoo.
To throw on second down. Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Check, 59. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, lock it. Switch gears. Check 37. Ready.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Check. Hey, Charlie. Switch it. Motion, I got one.
Now it's gone. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Let's go.
That's good for our Rams. First down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again they run with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third, here's an option play right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Hey, orbit. Let's go.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Down. 60 outlaw? Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins hard. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hard, hard. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Operating from the gun, Herbert, and he rifles one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. It got his man, complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's coming, double up.
After the sack on 1st down, Goff, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, But if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
59, check, 59. Watch the pass. Hey, check 20.
Third and long. It's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins, his second sack of the night. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mark 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, look. Mike's 50. Let's go, D. Let's go.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
It's a turnover on down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kel, 80 weapon. We got hardball.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.